Gah Rapithvin. 1. Propitiation. 2. Ahura Mazda. A blessing is Asha Bahista. I confess as a Mazda worshipper and of Zarathustra's order for Rapithwina, the Holy Lord of the ritual order, for sacrifice, homage, propitiation, and for praise, and for Radatfchu and Zentuma, the Holy Lords of the ritual order, for sacrifice, homage, propitiation, and for praise. 2. And propitiation be to Asha Bahista and to Ahura Mazda's fire for sacrifice, homage, propitiation, and praise. 3 and 4. Siyasna 60 and 11, 2 and 3. 5. And we sacrifice to the Rapithwina, the Holy Lord of the ritual order, and to the Gah Ahuna Ba'ete, the holy and ruling in the ritual order, and to the Gah Usta Ba'ete, and to the Gah Spenta Ba'enu, and to the Gah Bahu Kshatra, and to the Gah Vahisto Iste, holy and ruling in the ritual order. 6. And we sacrifice to Fradat Vashu, and to Zantuma, and to the Vashusho Matra, even to the word correctly spoken, and we sacrifice to the many words correctly spoken, and even to the victorious ones which slay the demon entities, the Ta'abas. And we sacrifice to the waters, the lands, and to the plants, and to the heavenly Yazads, who are givers of the holy and the good, and we sacrifice to the bountiful immortals, the guardians of the saints. 7. And we sacrifice to the good, heroic, bountiful Phrabashis of the saints, and to the heights of Asha called Bahista, and the greatest Mathras, moving us to action. The greatest as teaching faithfulness to the holy vows, the greatest as referring to the actions which are evidently just, and to the greatest for the acquisition of the Mazdayastian faith. 8. And we sacrifice to that assembly and reunion with the bountiful immortals, hold when they gather on the heights of the heaven, for the sacrifice and homage of Zentuma the Lord. And we, therefore, sacrifice to Zentuma as the Holy Lord of the ritual order. 9. We sacrifice to Asha Bahista, whose righteousness the best, and to the fire Ahura Mazda's son. 10. And we sacrifice to thee, the fire Ahura Mazda's son, the holy ritual Lord. And I bless the sacrifice, homage, strength, and swiftness of Asha Bahista, and of the fire of Ahura Mazda, and to this one be the glory. See, none of this family language of God is literal, so, and you can tell by the way it's used. And every day at the hour of Rapithwina, so this would be the early afternoon prayer, and the Ahuna follows verse 2, and moving on to Zarathustra conquered the demon with the Ahuna Ba'eria. And that's the only note here, but you can tell by the context that we're not supposed to be taking these, the ritual formulas and the entities and all this other stuff, the sacrificing to, the worshiping. We hear this in translation, but it's obvious that that's not what we're talking to. But we are taking part. We're upholding the words. The words aren't just, well, they exist. No, they have to be said. They have to be acted upon. The ritual order, the individuals on the ritual order. But it seems to me that Zarathustra himself was such an individual that these, he wanted things, the extreme holy ritual order where, like, you needed a professional and who spent all his time, hours a day, and no one else could really uphold the ritual system, and that doesn't seem to be the case. Perhaps most people couldn't memorize more than a few passages, but they could learn enough to say their 5 daily prayers here. Oh yeah, the other times for the prayer are the dawn prayer, the early twilight, the other twilight, there's a late afternoon, and there's a middle of the night prayer. And you can confirm some of this interpretation of some of these words through reference to other languages, as much as anything. But these are what these terms mean. And one of the important things, it's all this reference to the Pahlavi, yes, but as we see, so much of this is interpretation and stuff that, sometimes it's not literally passing on the tradition. So in a sacred text, some of the side traditions and stuff are fine to comment on it with, but we want to distinguish between the two. Because what a text would say shouldn't be only viable to people who can hermetically interpret it according to a particular tradition, as much as certain phrases and codes may be in things.